these two ideas are based on research of cultures that have a really strong tradition of postpartum care and that do postpartum care for new mothers really well. These are cultures where that tradition hasn't been interrupted like a lot of Western culture has through colonialism and capitalism and a whole other bunch of things I won't get into right now. But these are universal postpartum pillars that have remained intact over probably millennia. So let's firstly talk about those 5 universal needs, the postpartum pillars. So these are the things that we're trying to nail in our postpartum. So from most important to, I don't want to say least important because it's still really important, but for most important, it's deep rest. So as I've said before, you can be doing everything else, but if you're not resting, it doesn't matter. Nourishing food, comforting touch, the presence of the right people, and nature. So these are our 5 universal postpartum needs. I don't care if you are a city woman who has a corporate job. I don't care if you're a farmer. These are our universal postpartum needs in postpartum. I said that twice, you know what I mean. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to talk to you is about the 5 protective social structures around postpartum. So this came out of a peer-reviewed study of a lot of different studies which were looking at how developing countries and traditional cultures look after their women and what they kind of do to support them. So it's not saying, right, women, you need to do this. It's about what the community and what the society more broadly kind of does for these women. And they noticed that in these cultures, there were basically no incidents of postpartum mood disorders. There was no such thing as baby blues. So we can see from that how massively important having that support and social structures are. By contrast, here in Australia, we have 1 in 5 women with a postpartum mood disorder. That's actually a statistic from pre-COVID. We don't have an updated one post-pandemic. I suspect that that's a lot higher after going through a pandemic period. But in terms of what this study found for the 5 protective social structures, 1 was a distinct postpartum period. So this is a real sacred period of rest and recuperation, where women were helped in around the house and people mothered the mother. Second one was physical rituals that protect the women's body. So these are things that you might have heard of from other cultures. We've talked about belly binding, we've talked about vaginal steaming. We're talking about herbal baths, it's mostly plant medicine in terms of supporting the woman's body. Social seclusion and mandated rest. So like in the Punjab area of India, mothers and their breastfeeding babies are secluded from everyone else except midwives and their female relatives for 5 days, and that's thought to help with breastfeeding. So it's just that sort of period of it's just us, we're establishing things, and I only have the people there who are going to be really supporting and helping me. The 4th one is functional assistance. So this is not just the emotional support, it's the I'm taking your older children, I'm bringing a meal, I'm doing housework for you, that really functional stuff. And the final one is the social recognition of a new role and status. And this really speaks to what a rite of passage birth and postpartum really is. So people who were supported in this postpartum period have this protective social structure where they come out of it and it's like, you are a mother and we revere you, and here are gifts for you, not gifts for the baby. In the Chaga tribe in Uganda, women are, after they've made it through the first 3 months, they are paraded through the street wearing a beaded tiara, being sung songs that are sung to warriors because, like, hello, they've been in the trenches. This is the kind of recognition that other cultures give new mothers. In our culture, we're pretty shit at it, to be honest. We congratulate women for being out there with a 1-week-old baby and, oh, good on you, you're up and about, which, as you will have probably guessed from here and hearing about all these things, is not the way to do it. And we shouldn't be congratulating new mothers. We should be congratulating them when they're resting and holding their boundaries. The final thing that I just wanted to say in this intro is it's really important to note, I'm going to be talking about all of this stuff and what we need. And then in the next module, it talks about support and boundaries. Without support and boundaries, we can't really make any of this stuff happen that we'll be talking about in this module. So please just bear that in mind as we're talking through it, and we're going to come to and how you can get it. All right, let's go.